Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to the audience. Welcome to Business Talk program. So for today's topic, we will discuss on how management practices contribute to Hungary's business excellency, a very interesting topic. Before we go further on this topic, let me introduce our panelists who are very knowledgeable in business. First, we have Ms. NURSYAZWANI Zulkifli. Second, we have Ms. SYAZWANA Muhammad NASIR. And the last one, we also have Ms. NURIN ARIESHA HUSNA Muhammad ZAIDI. Okay, let's go to the discussion. I am already excited to cover this topic. So, Burton Apta, Western Mobile Telecommunication, and Heron Porcelain Manufacturing. These three companies are very famous in Hungary because of their achievements in business. Like Burton Apta received ISO 9000 certification in 1993. Western Mobile is also not left behind because they also became Hungary's first telecom provider to achieve ISO 9000 certification in 1995. Also, the first Hungarian National Quality Award in 1996 is for Heron Porcelain. Amazing! Furthermore, these companies also have similarities, which is they turn into self-assessment. Without wasting our time, let's move to our first panel, Ms. SYAZWANI, to discover more about these companies and the purpose of them implementing self-assessment. Please.
Hi and greetings everyone. Do you know how important quality in management? I guess you don't know. So let me explain about three firms in Hungary that practice quality in their management system. These three firms, which are Burton Apta, Western Mobile Communication, and Heron Porcelain Manufacturing, are implemented total quality to achieve their organizational goals. They practice self-assessment to improve and identify the deficiency and lack of their organization in terms of management quality, which is they are using self-assessment. Self-assessment can be defined as the analysis and evaluation by top management and stakeholders of the objective and direction of the organization to meet the goals of the organization itself. Through this process, leaders can figure out the problems that need to be fixed and set the best course of action to solve the problems that arise. Hence, this practice helps these three firms contribute to societal obligation as well as achieve many recognitions and certificates.
If I can add some more on Western Mobile, the company actually applied latent needs in their process to success. Latent needs are demand for product or services that a consumer cannot satisfy because they do not have enough money, or because the product or services is not available, or because they do not know that it is available. So why it is important for Western Mobile, a telecommunication company, is because it represents opportunities to create new products or services. Latent needs that had been realized by the telecommunication company without customer express it can be advantage for the company to create new products or services that can impress and attract customer. The business can grow and it seems to be in the right blue ocean because their product or services look new and are never served or produced by any other company. This is because the latent needs that were not discovered by competitors had limited them to producing products or services that meet the satisfaction of the customers. For example, Astro provides Enjoy package to the customers. The package is one lifetime payment for customers to view channels in Astro, so it will attract people to subscribe the package since it looks worth it. Indirectly, the business grows and establishes. These kinds of needs that are served by Astro never be expressed by the customer, but the company knows the package offered will be interesting and become needs for the customer, so it is called latent need. Ms. SYAZWANA, can you share with us the importance of letter needs in telecommunication company means for managing such a company?
Thank you for your questions. So, what does their importance mean for managing such a company? So, through my experience, letter needs are becoming an essential key for managing a company as they drive such companies to succeed in a competitive market. So, by applying letter needs to manage the company is actually driven to produce the highest quality services which no other competitors are able to compete with or copy. One of the key benefits is that it attracts more customers regardless of potential customers or former customers with its own special specifications or extra services. For instance, managing a company within the telecommunications industry may benefit from adopting the Six Sigma technique, which is defined as measurement of quality that strives for near perfection. The Six Sigma stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control and is used for existing processes. It is known as a project-driven management approach to improve the organization's products, services, and processes by continuously reducing defects in the organization. Besides, it is also important to manage business strategy in a company that focuses on improving customer requirements, business system, productivity, and financial performance. So, through the use of this technique, the company will gain specific information from the customer that can be turned into specific service features. By doing this, the company may receive a positive customer perception, which increases the likelihood of customers continuing to purchase and recommend their services. Hence, letter needs are important for the management of companies within the telecommunications industry.
Thank you, Ms. SYAZWANA. Back to Ms. SYAZWANI, I really love the idea of self-assessment in those companies. Actually, in your opinion, could the result those companies realize have been achieved without this self-assessment?
Thank you for the question, Ms. HAZEERA. Personally, my opinion is that no. By reason of self-assessment is part of the performance evaluation that allows an organization to evaluate their accomplishments either to employers or employees. The importance of self-assessment for the employees can help them review their flaws and abilities in helping the organization to continue to thrive in the present and future undertakings. Therefore, when they feel motivated and content, they will be a huge contributor to the organization. For instance, Heron Porcelain Manufacturing involved employees and empowered them to improve in areas such as professional skills and quality attitudes. Hence, employees engaged in their work are more likely to be motivated and remain committed to their employer. This leads to achieving the goals of the organization and helping to drive the organization forward. For employers, self-assessment that is done to employees in the organization allows managers to know how employees see their abilities and flaws in the context of the team and the organization in general. They can express disagreements between employers and employees that occur within the organization. Therefore, all internal disputes can be resolved well. For instance, in Burton Apta, managers take more responsibility as role models and systematically disseminate best practices from all over Hungary and abroad. As a consequence, it can inspire others to perform work optimally at all times. To sum up, every organization needs to know the best management practices that suit the organization, so it can help the organization improve the quality of their work and enhance the standard of organization performance.
Alright, thank you. So we go to Ms. NURIN. Ms. NURIN, what is your opinion towards this matter?
First of all, thank you Ms. HAZEERA for the question. I repeat that your question was, could the results they realized have been achieved without this self-assessment? So in my personal opinion, I think my answer is no, meaning that this result couldn't be achieved if they choose to not practice the self-assessment. Firstly, let me begin with the definition of self-assessment. A self-assessment is an employee's evaluation of their performance during the specific performance period. So the purpose of the self-assessment is to have the employee think about and give serious consideration to how they have performed in meeting expectations. So the self-assessment process allows the organization to discern clearly its strengths and areas in which improvements can be made. For instance, we can take Burton Upta as an example, where they decide to conduct self-assessment after the European Quality Award is no longer available. And they also make a statement where they said that this self-assessment resulted in improvements in many areas, including management commitment, strategy, planning, human resources, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, social impact, and business results. So some of the specific opportunities for improvement that were identified. Apart from Burton Upta, Western Mobile Telecommunication also uses self-assessment to appraise the performance of the organization and its overall leadership. So the use of an assessment and review is focused on ensuring delivery of the company's vision and mission via policies, strategies, and processes that deliver. Hence, that gives a clear evidence on why I said that the results couldn't be achieved without the practice of the self-assessment.
Thank you, Ms. Nurin. I believe many of our audience at home love the idea. Maybe a little bit more question that I would like to ask Ms. Nurin. From your perspective, how important do you think a National Quality Award is to nation's economic growth?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for the question. So let me begin by explaining to you what is National Quality Award is. So it is a prestigious award for enterprises in recognition of business excellence and quality management. So this award recognizes organizations that consistently exceed expectations regarding quality, service delivery, and responsiveness. So going back to the question from the moderator, whether this award is important for nations to increase their economic growth. So the answer is absolutely yes. So this award is crucial for a nation to grow their company and economy. So this is due to the fact that the National Quality Award will help them in growing the economy by driving the national competitiveness. So national competitiveness has become one of the central preoccupations of government and industry in every nation, since we are in the midst of an increasingly open and integrated world economy where countries are competing for investment and human capital essential to the economic growth. So this focus on the country's competitiveness has been reinforced by the Global Competitiveness Ranking published on a regular basis by various institutions. So we can look at the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award MBNQA, for example, where it was established to advance quality consciousness, define the standards for quality excellence, and disseminate knowledge of effective quality initiatives and their advantages. So by continuously refining the award criteria themselves, the MBNQA aims to establish a model that demonstrates comprehension and improvement of quality management. So every year, the Baldrige model is improved with significant upgrade occurring every 2 years. I hope this answers your question, Ms. Moderator.
Alright. Before we end our session, maybe Ms. SYAZWANA want to add some more on what had been discussed by Ms. Nurin?
Sure. Thank you for giving me a chance. So, the National Quality Award is also very vital in proving success and giving honor for excellent performance in a company. Evidence shows that award-winning organizations achieve higher levels of broad-based success. This has been proven by multiple studies of long-term business results of award-winning organizations. So, in order to obtain these quality awards, the company should be involved in quality award programs, which is not only give a better understanding of what to do, but also how to do it in the company. One of the objectives of NQA is to raise awareness of quality management. For example, the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award (MBNQA). This includes the awareness of the necessary improvements to achieve satisfactory organizational results. By doing so, the company will be motivated to provide the best quality of services while attempting to meet the criteria required to win the National Quality Award. The winning of this award will inspire the public to continue purchasing and becoming repeat consumers. As a result, it will not only enhance the company's profit, but also the nation's economic growth as the leadership, goods and services develops and become more advanced.
Thank you all for the wonderful answers. A very simple conclusion that I can conclude today based on the topic we discussed just now is that in business, especially in telecommunication industry, latent needs is important since the application of latent needs in a company can lead to opportunities to create new products or services and ensure continual advancements. This is good for company growth and benefits. Also, those discussed companies cannot achieve the results without self-assessment because self-assessment plays a big factor for them in achieving the results. Furthermore, self-assessment is part of the performance evaluation that allows an organization to evaluate their accomplishments either to employers or employees. And not to forget, one of the important points today is National Quality Award drives the company in competitiveness, and the act of competitiveness will lead to economic growth. I really enjoyed our session for today. We at Business Talk always appreciate your knowledge and your kindness to share it with us at studio and to the audience at home. Thank you, panelists. Alright, so we will stop our talk here for today. To those who remain watching our program, don't forget to leave your thought in the comment section. Until we meet again, Assalamualaikum and bye-bye.